Hi BookTube! My name is Sarah and welcome to The Bookish Knitter. Today I'm coming to with a book review. So this is going to be a very quick mini book review, if you will. And this is on A Haven for Christmas by Patricia Davids, excuse me. This is the fourth book in the North Country Amish series, the third or fourth book. It's a little weird because Fantastic Fiction lists the first book in the series as a novella, like a prequel, at book 0. So it lists this book at book 3. But Goodreads lists that prequel as book 1, which makes this book 4. So whatever. Anyway, I'm going to actually say book 4 because that makes a lot more sense to me. So book 4 in the North Country Amish. So this is an Amish book, obviously, that takes place in Maine. And our female lead's name is escaping me all of a sudden, Becca. She's a widow. She has a young daughter named Annabeth, and she lives with actually her father-in-law, Gideon. Her husband and his brother and the mother-in-law were all killed in a buggy accident by a drunk driver, like a person driving a car hit their buggy and killed the three of them. So Becca, I don't know why I'm like messing up the names here. Becca is staying with her, and her daughter are living on her father-in-law's dairy farm. So anyway, at the beginning of the book, our main male lead, Tully, he is an ex-veteran, and he is a recovering alcoholic, and he decides to leave Philadelphia where he's living and go visit his friend in northern Maine. And on the way there, he ends up hitting one of the cattle that, calf, that is from Becca's farm. So he kind of feels bad because it's like this older gentleman and then her, and it's a lot to do with all these cows and the milking, and of course they're Amish, so everything is done by hand. So he agrees to stay on to kind of help. Well, of course, a romance blossoms between them over the course of the book, but so I gave this 4 stars. I did like it, and I knew right from the beginning that this was going to happen, that it was going to be a situation where, you know, there was going to be a relationship between a non-Amish and an Amish person, and you completely have to suspend your disbelief. Completely have to suspend your disbelief. And my thing with it was, I mean, yeah, I get it, fine at the end, whatever. He decided to, I guess, but nothing like he just decides to do it, and then it's like the bishop said, like, you've got to do this for a year to make sure you're serious about it before blah, blah, blah. So I guess we'll see in the preceding stories what actually ends up happening to him, which is why some people read series in order, but whatever. I like to fly by the seat of my pants. So anyway, my thing is, even though I know it's a romance, I think the story would have been so much better if they had just been friends and like she helped him find his faith, his, not necessarily the Amish faith, but like just his faith, because he was so down on himself. He was out of work, he was a recovering alcoholic, he was dealing with this PTSD from being in the military, you know, like I just think that would have made a better story, even though I know it's supposed to be a romance. So yeah, but I gave it 4 stars because it was really, really good. It wasn't overtly Christmassy either, so if you're reading this because you're like, oh, super fun Christmas book, Christmas is mentioned a bit, but it could have taken place at any time in the winter, basically. So yeah, so I did like it, 4 stars. And I did like the author's note at the end that she actually acknowledges the fact that him converting would have probably never happened, and made a comment, and I like this anecdote she said about when she was writing the book, the power went out 3 times. And she absolutely hated it. She said, I could not live without electricity, and yes, I completely agree. But anyway, yeah, I enjoyed it. You know, 4 stars for those of you who like Amish books. You'll probably enjoy this one. Maybe try the whole series, like especially because they take place in Maine, which is somewhere you don't typically see Amish books. Usually it's Ohio or Pennsylvania. So the change of setting was quite good as well. Anyway, guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this review, and until my next video, take care and happy reading. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye.